Hey, what's up, everybody? Sorry I'm not all in my Ike gear. The intro is a little retro, and I didn't really plan on shooting a video here, so, but something was on my mind. Hey, the next 8 videos are going to explain why I had to park my truck. Alright, so it'll fully explain that, and haters can rejoice. Especially the ones that went out of their way to make videos about me and calling me a loser and stuff. Hey, these next 8 videos after this video is going to be dedicated to you. However, this video is not about that. This video is about respecting old school drivers. And you know, I saw something last night that I was kind of disturbed by, and frankly I was let down and disappointed, because you know, someone who I respect, I still do, had some things to say about the old school drivers. You know, and you know, he may have not wanted to come across the way that he did, but he did. You know, and so I don't want to put him on blast on that, so I'm not going to say his name. If you know, you know. It's not a big deal. I like the guy, we're friends, and it's not that big of a deal. However, it is an issue that I wanted to touch on. That old school drivers should be respected. Me, myself, I was always brought up to respect my elders, okay? And I always have. And some of my best friends out here driving these trucks have way more experience than me. You know, and I've always learned, I've always looked at guys, you know, like Bob, like Jimmy, we call him, I don't want to say his last name, Jimmy One is what we used to call him. At that time, he was like 70, driving a dead-gum truck. He could barely drive. He was like 70 years old. I'm not joking. I'll show y'all pictures here one of these days. And this was over 10 years ago. You know, this was kind of when I first started. So this is like 15 years ago. You know, I've got 15 years experience, folks. So I don't speak for the old school, but I definitely look up to the old school, and I respect them, and I've learned a lot, and they always have something to say, and we should listen. I don't know where I'm at. Am I new school? Am I old school? I don't know. It just depends on your point of view. If you're new to the industry, I'm old school. If you're old to the industry, I'm new school. I'm kind of like right there in the middle, you know. So definitely I can't speak to the old school, but I can't, I can't speak for the old school, but I can't speak for the new school either. I'm just kind of both. I understand where each is coming from, right? I understand where new drivers are coming in, you know, they're hungry for information, and, you know, the internet has a lot to bring, and that's good. But the old school drivers, you know, they had to learn the hard way, and all they want is respect. That's all they want. They want respect, and they want courtesy. They want courtesy. They want you to look out for them as they're looking out for you. Okay? These trucking companies actually tell new drivers not to flash drivers over, you know, when they're passing. It's the little stuff, you know, pulling up in the fuel island, you know, not taking 20-30 minutes in a fuel island, you know, you go get your fuel, takes you 10 minutes, You know, pull up, go 10 minutes, use the bathroom, get you a snack, 10 minutes. If you got to spend any more longer time than 10 minutes, then go park. You know, giving each other room, giving each other space, you know. Opening up the door for each other, looking at each other in the eye, and instead of being in your own little world, you know. And that's what I see new drivers doing. They don't like, not all, I don't want to say all, but that's what I see. I see guys that don't respect the old guys purposely. You know, it's those old guys, those old codgers, you know, they ruined the industry. I mean, how do you know? You don't know what those guys went through. I mean, there's trashy truck drivers of all generations. You know, the millennials are trashy. The Generation X, that's me. You know, the baby boomers, that's the ones before me. You know, there's all people trashing the industry. If you go look at Bonehead Truckers, there's all sorts of different ages that are in those videos. You know, wearing flip-flops, trashing up the parking lots, hogging up fuel islands. I mean, there's different ages, so it's not just one age group screwing it up. But when you hear older drivers talk, and they may be complaining, drivers complain. Newsflash, drivers complain. They may be complaining, but a lot of times they just want to be heard. Okay? And that's all that they ask, is for someone to listen and to respect them as they did the people before them. You know, you always hear people say, oh, you were new once too. Exactly. I was new once too. I'm not so new anymore. I've learned through my mistakes. All I want you to do is listen to me. Listen to those older guys that was new to the industry at one time, and we learned through those mistakes, and we could help you learn through our mistakes, right? So maybe you don't repeat what we did. Yes, we were new too at one point, and we learned through it, and we want to tell people about it. But that requires listening. And sometimes people just gotta shut up. Anyways, that's it, folks. Hey, thanks for watching. Deplorables Trucking Radio Club got some big things going on at the start of next year. So I want y'all kind of pay attention to that. If you're interested in trucks and radios, and if you're deplorable like me. Hey, we're 10-1. We'll talk to y'all later. 73.